What's up, everybody? This is Crypto Corey back with another cryptocurrency video. It is 4:35 a.m. I'm spitting this one out kind of late. It's been a hot minute since I put out a video, just because I didn't want to trade, and that's just the flat out honest truth about it. I just didn't want to trade, nor did I want to make videos about people putting money into stuff when the market was just going to absolute dog shit. So, long story short, I said this back in December, November, December. Go back and check my videos. I haven't been posting a bunch of videos in between now and then, but just definitely go back and check those videos that I posted back in December and November. And I told you guys that this was going to be the bear market. I'm not trying to be the I told you so YouTuber where whatever, because if you go back and you look at 95% of these YouTubers that were out here posting about crypto information, like we're still in the bull market, we're blah, 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 all this other stuff. Even the larger channels are doing the same thing between January, February, March, and April. They're talking about the market's not over, it's this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. Or then they start getting into the whole concept of saying, are we going into the bear market? I said this back in December. I said Bitcoin is going into a head and shoulders pattern, and we are going to see a lot of pain. Everybody kept trading, except for a large portion of our Telegram group. One thing about, we're no longer the Telegram group anymore. I did start a Patreon. Inside that Patreon, I'm going to be having, long story short, live streams about trading, kind of like what I'm doing now, except it'll be 100% up to the second. There is a Discord where you can interact with other members, a community there where you can all communicate and talk, share some ideas. If you want to bounce some stuff off, whatever, if you see some market news, you can relay that back to the entire team. Like, everybody here is a family, and that's how we operate over in the Patreon group. So the Patreon group, I will try to find or do my best to put the link in this description or link it to the YouTube videos, because I've been having some technical difficulties getting that done. You guys know me. I'm not sitting here trying to be the best or the top YouTuber or whatever. I'm just trying to help out people with cryptocurrency concerns and issues and whatnot. So, and I will read your chart. If you are a Patreon paid member and you pay every single month, regardless of whatever class you're in, if you have access to send me a message, a private message to review a coin that you're personally trading, that you just want some insight on, not up to the second, like I'm not going to day trade for you for that. If you want me to day trade for you, you'll be part of the top tier package where you'll live stream, you'll see the live streams and you'll day trade with me. So that's how that's going to work out, because I've learned a lot from the Telegram group and all that other stuff, and it became a lot to keep up with, and there was no way for me to manage and get to everybody and trade at the same time. So the Discord group works out. It's going to work out tremendously, because it works out for me in other platforms and what other stuff that I do. And it's just functional. And there's different little areas in there. It's a pretty laid out Discord. So, and you'll get to meet some of the OG Telegram YouTube subscribers that have been with us since pretty much almost day one. So we started this back in last October. I've only posted like 60 short videos back in the day. I'll say back in the day, last year, between this time last year and starting closer to the end of the year. But whatever. So I'm just trying to get to the point where, let's talk about Luna Classic. That's what this video is about. So we're going to jump right into Luna Classic. A lot of people are emotionally hurt over Luna and financially hurt over Luna. People call it a joke. They're saying it's not going to do anything. It's eating crap. Total volume for the day is only 3.5 million. It's not really pulling numbers like it should. The total market cap of Luna is 386 billion. Like, it's not going to do anything magical, right? That's what people are saying about Luna Classic. We're talking about a coin that came from $119 per coin. And it dropped all the way below, down to zero, like 4 zeros, 531 is where it's currently at right now at the time of this video. And it hasn't done any like massive impressive numbers. And we're also going to jump into some other coins that we're going to talk about that as well. Shiba Inu being one. But it doesn't sit right with me logically in the brain that something that can come from $119. Yes, I know there was FUD. I guess one of the owners of Luna Classic ran off with like $80 million. I think that dude's like, they're looking for him. I don't know what's going on with that. None of my business. But at the same time, this thing was $119 back, what was it? May the 1st or something like that? May or April. Anyway, we're talking about a coin that was like top 10, top 5 at one point in time. Very strong performer. Massive community behind it. There are going to be a lot of people that got hurt, but there are going to be a lot of smart people that didn't take it to the next level as far as putting everything they owned inside of Luna. They did the right investment. They spread it out their portfolio amongst other cryptos out there and other stocks and projects, whatever else they're invested into. And they managed their money and they did it properly. So my thing is that this is really the time to buy pretty much any top tier style crypto. Like, you're kind of a fool if you don't. Especially something as cheap as Luna Classic. I understand the new Luna Terra 2.0 is coming out, and it's going to be $400 and something and blah, 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 blah. But man, look, I'm not going to sit here and just jump the bandwagon. I'm going to invest something on Luna Terra, but nowhere near is what I would invest into on Luna Classic. And I'm not bullish. I'm not trying to get sentimental with Luna Classic at all. It's just the fact that if this thing has a brain fart, it's going to go crazy. It's just going to go crazy. It went to 119. Let's look at XRP. Everybody's doubting all these other coins that dropped from God knows what down to next to nothing. XRP is one of them. That was almost a $3 coin at one point in time. Okay, or $2. And we got something that's now currently worth 30-something cents. That's possibly going to touch 15 cents. I don't think the Bitcoin dump is over. I don't think the market is back yet. I think we're just having a little flurry of a mountain peak coming off of a massive drop from $62,000. This thing is starting to bounce a little bit. We're starting to bounce. And the only reason we're bouncing off some freaking resistance points that are strong as a freaking Dorito chip. So it is not very strong, the levels of support that it has. It's created two little levels of support around $20,000 and $21,000. And this is the little pump that we're seeing from Bitcoin because we got a little bit of stability in the market. And then you got the meme people. Let me jump over to SHIBA. This is what I mean by SHIBA. So we're talking about, let me back out of this. We're going to go over to SHIBA. This is what SHIBA did today. And this is a Saturday, let's say the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this pump right here. And we're, close to the end of June. This is like June 26th, I want to say, the time of this video that I'm making it. At 4 a.m. SHIBA's on the move. Last time it moved like this, it just kept running and running and running and running and running. But nobody knows, is this going to be the pump of all pumps? Now, granted, if you look at patterns, which I'm a pattern person, this pump right here that SHIBA did over the course of, these are 8-hour candles, so the course over a day, looks pretty damn good. But then we go back to the weekly, when it did that run up. When it runs, it drops. We haven't had a big run just yet. Let me come back. We're going to scroll back. And here we have somewhat of a pump. So we get this massive 1, 2, 3 day pump, sidestep for a week or two, and then another run up. Okay, so between these moves that it's making, very oversold right now. On the RSI, it's oversold on the daily. It's undersold on the week. So that tells me SHIBA's going to have a pretty decent week this week. If it's going to do anything crazy, it's going to do it this week. So this is your insider pick from me, that if you're going to bet on something, bet on SHIBA. So I personally can't stand SHIBA for what it is, what it stands for. It stands for nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's just a bunch of people throwing money at something that they don't understand because it's cool and trendy. And that's what sucks about cryptos, because people like to go put money on cool and trendy versus use case. There are a lot of good projects out here, like well developed, because crypto is just nothing but a bunch of IT companies that are trying to solve problems. You know, transactions and whatever else, you know, processing fees, making your phone faster so you can talk to everybody you want to on Instagram. That's the type of stuff that you want to invest your money into, so that you can see these corporations and companies succeed. And they're succeeding. They're succeeding very, very well, to the point where it's almost to the point where they're a weapon. You know, like the government's trying to buy all these companies up and use them for a personal spying device. And that's what crypto is about, is decentralization. But if you're continuously out there putting your money in supporting companies that, long story short, give your information away, sell it, make money off of you without you even receiving a penny of your own privacy being publicly sold, then by all means, go support and throw your money in stupid places. But one thing you can't knock about this stupid coin, it's putting out numbers. This thing put out $24 million in volume. Yeah, I'm talking crap about it, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's putting out numbers. So we've got something that's, you know, it's a $6 billion coin. It's a joke. It's a $6 billion joke. It was made to kill Dogecoin. That's what SHIBA was out there for. It was made to compete with Dogecoin. We all knew Dogecoin was a joke. Then Elon Musk gets a hold of it, and then all of a sudden it's popular. I like the dog. Come on, bro. Like, seriously? That just shows us how naive we are as people. The majority of the masses are idiots. And I mean that with all due respect, but we're idiots. I put money on this, so therefore I guess I'm an idiot. And if you held on to it, you should have got your money and got out and just canceled that ride of utopia. So anyway, I think SHIBA's going to do some very good numbers for the week. In rent on that. I mean, you can't knock it. There's a lot of stupid people that make money. And this will be one of those moves where you just throw your money in there and you can look back and say, yeah, I made a ton of money on something stupid. I mean, people make money on stupid stuff all day long. Look at half the stuff you watch on television. Half of that's mindless, stupid TV. And people get rich off of you watching that. And they're going to get rich off of this. Institutions are buying this stuff up like crazy. The institutions, the governments and countries and the whales are so happy right now. They are so freaking happy. They finally disrupted Bitcoin enough to the point where they made it so unstable it had to collapse. Bitcoin has never collapsed before. Everybody's like, oh, this is like back in 2017, blah, 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 13, when it came out of it's going to come out like that. No, it's not. So the thing is that it will come back up. It will be $100,000+ coin eventually, but it's so unstable and you can jack with it so much. And guess what? The regular people lost that much more control. So if you think the people, everybody sold. If you're a regular Joe, you sold. And if you didn't sell, God bless you. You were hanging on so strong, so faithful. You could be absolutely broke, staying at somebody's place. You could be on the street. You don't know. You never know what somebody's going through until you either one, ask them, or you go through it yourself. That's the only way. Then you can compare stories like, oh yeah, man, it was rough for me in 2022, but I was in my mansion with no power. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Sounds like bad choices. My thing is, what I'm picking, so I can end this video, get off the rant. SHIBA Inu is doing its thing. It's going to be killing it. It's going to keep pumping. I don't see it really slowing down for the rest of the week. I see it running past where it's at. It's going to run through these lines of support, and then if it does break through, let's just say, if it breaks through somewhere around here, was it 4 zeros, 1267? So if this thing pops past 1267, it doesn't have much to slow it down. There's not very many low-level resistance levels that are going to slow this down. 117 is one resistance, so 1703. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If it pops past 1703, it'll run up shortly after that, test that resistance level, bounce back down to 1173, whatever that was. 1703. It's going to bounce back down to 1703, which it's not very far from right now. It's getting a ton of attention on KuCoin. It's a top 5 coin being traded on KuCoin, and we already know how large that platform is. Also, if you want to use KuCoin and you don't, you've never heard of it, or you've had somebody tell you about it, or you're just scared, whatever, there's my link in the description. I'm an affiliate for KuCoin. I'm not trying to promote them, to sell them, or to make money, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's just a safe, secure link that you can trust. You can use my referral code. You'll get, like, I think 40% off your trading fees, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere close to it, if you sign up using my promo code. So feel free to do that. It'll be in the description as well as the Patreon, the Twitter. I just started posting on Twitter yesterday. If you want to go over there and follow me there as well, I'm going to try to use that more often. But the Discord channel is part of the Telegram. It's part of the Patreon. So you got to be part of the Patreon to be inside of the Discord group. There I'll be giving you guys basically what I see. There's a lot of happy members there. I didn't want to just ramble about gibberish, and that's why I don't post when the market's absolutely dog shit. So, and it's been that way. I called it back in December. I know you guys saw it. If you followed me and watched my videos before, you guys know when I said Bitcoin's going into a head and shoulders pattern, but everybody was in this delusional state where Bitcoin was just running and running and running and running, and it hit like a 69, 68, whatever it was, $1,000. And it came back down a little bit, and everybody's like, oh yeah, it's pumping again. What are we going to do? Let's buy it up. Let's buy it up. I'm like, no, I'm not buying. It's going to wreck. It's going to crash, and everybody's going to get hurt if you're still deep into this. And one of the things that I practice or preach to the group is that only invest 10% per trade, and then dollar cost your average. DCA your way in and out. Just do that. That's the best way to do it. Make your money. Get out. I like day trading. I know the longevity way, the best way is hodling and holding and all that. But you want to call me crazy? Here's something crazy. If this thing ever loads, I'm flat out holding 30 million Luna Classic. That's where I'm at with that. I'm keeping my 30 million. I'm not selling. I'm holding it. And it's going to stay there. If it goes to zero, guess what? It goes to zero. But if it doesn't, and it has this glorious hiccup that I'm counting on it having, I'm just going to jump out, and that'll be a wrap. So, that being said, guys, this thing doesn't want to load for some reason. Yeah, we're having some Wi-Fi issues, I guess, during the video. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video off here. I'm going to keep it under 20 minutes. Try to. Thank you all for joining. Like I said before, the Patreon group is... I'm going to try to get that link in the description. If not, I'll pin it in the messages if I can't get it going that way. Also have the Twitter. Please hit that follow button if you have not already. Please do me that favor. That'd be awesome. And make sure you like it. Thank you all for watching. I know it's been a minute. I missed y'all too. And we're going to get back after these videos because now we've got some stability to talk about. down the road. So I'm going to try to get back to like an every other day, almost every day posting like I used to. All right, guys, y'all stay happy, stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.